All right, welcome back. We are starting court this morning in Warrants County. We'll have a trial judge and a plea judge. Last week we were out of court, but I have one case to catch up on. 2 weeks ago, a young man pled guilty. Well, I say young man, he was 47, Long's man. His name is Frederick Bellamy. He pled guilty and was given a 15-year sentence for selling or possessing with intent to sell drugs. The judge had given him a little bit of time to turn himself in, and he just turned himself in, so that's one that we hadn't reported to you yet. We were not in court last week, but Mr. Bellamy turned himself in last week, and that was a 15-year sentence. So this week again, in one courtroom we're going to do pleas, in one courtroom we're going to do trials. And every week, and as we've promised, we'll answer any questions that comes up. And one of the questions that we get all the time is, why do you offer pleas? Why don't you try everything? This is, it's kind of a hard concept to get, so I wanted to try to show at the same time that we went through this. In Horry County every year, because of Aner and Conway and Horry County Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, and the Feds and Surfside and Myrtle Beach, we get approximately 10,000 warrants every year in Horry. There's about 2,000 in Georgetown every year. When we are in court this week, we will move in plea court somewhere between 250 and 400 warrants through pleas. In the other courtroom, we will try a case and we'll try either 1 or 2 warrants. So in one courtroom, we're going to handle about 300-400 warrants. In the other courtroom, we're going to handle 1 or 2 warrants. So, and it's not just people that call in, it's police. So this, I'm trying to give you I borrowed one of the secretary's cups here where she keeps a ton of pens. But that would represent the courtroom and court time for trials. There's 26 weeks of trials. That means we can try basically 1 a week. We will try 26 trials this week. So we put in January 2 terms. You'll see us put 2 pins in there. That might be a murder, that might be armed robbery or rape. February, we'll have 2 more trials. March, April, May. Now we've done May, and then we're going to go ahead and count June. We've done a half year, and it's almost full. Well, there are 9,980 other cases that's got to go somehow. Can we make this cup big enough to hold 10,000 cases? That's the same as asking, can we try every case? So a lot of times police officers will come up and say, that was a really good resisting arrest case. I caught it all on camera. The girl jerked her arm away from me, and I don't know what more I can do. Why didn't you try that? The girl pled guilty to that. She got 90 days or 60 days or 30 days for jerking her arm away from you. I could have tried it, taken away one of these murders or rape cases or kidnappings, and she was still going to get 90 days or 60 days or whatever on that case. And I've actually had to say to the police officers, sometimes even the chiefs, is like, look, tell me which one of these rapes or murders can we go to the parents and say, look, I know you lost a son, but over here in county or city A, this girl pulled her arm away from the police officer. I know you lost a son, but she needs justice too. So we almost have to plea a bunch of these. It won't work any other way. We go in, even on murder cases, we look at it and say, hey, what should we expect to get at trial? And is there a tribal issue? Now I'm telling you, if a person goes to court and don't have really a tribal issue, generally they will get lit up at the end of that for going into there and having rejected a bunch of plea offers. I'm running out of time, but I'm going to give you the best example that I have ever seen personally. And this was my case. I went in, the judge that heard the case is deceased now, but we went in Monday morning and the judge said, what do we have? I said, it's an armed robbery and it's a burglary. Okay, well, I'm going to give you, what did you offer him? I said, I offered him 10 years. The young man's 18 years old. Judge is like, that's cool. Go ahead and give him that offer and we're going to move this case. I said, Judge, I've worked all weekend. I've got all my witnesses here. It needs to go up. And it should be 15 years now. Anyway, the judge says, no, I'm going to allow him to do the 10-year plea offer. So we went out, we talked with the young man. He said, no, I don't want 10. I'll take a nonviolent type charge. I come back, told the judge, the defense attorney told the judge, he don't want that, he wants a trial. At the end of the trial, the judge gave him 44 years, 30 on the armed robbery and 44 on the burglary first. So there was really no tribal issues. Everybody saw him. It wasn't a whodunit. It was just somebody wanting to wait to see if there was going to be some issue. Now, I can tell you, it's getting into a lot, but if there is a tribal issue, if there's a stop that could go either way, the judge generally does rule on that and will not hold that against the person. So we're trying to do the best that we can with a very tough situation. Bringing in 10,000 warrants, it is unrealistic for anybody to tell you that it's all going to move without trial and the threat of trial, but you can't try everything. I would not be doing my job if we said we're not going to offer any plea offers. We're going to try everything. I've seen people try to do that in the past. I've seen the Attorney General, not this one, but prior ones try to do that, and it just clogs up the system and nothing ever gets done. So that is why a lot of times people are offered a plea offer as opposed to a trial. Then if they go to trial, it's usually getting lit up. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday.